Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Franklin Field for tonight's special edition of PBR Baseball here from the Rock, the finale at the Rock between the visiting Kettle Marine Lasers taking on the St. Thomas More Cavaliers. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome tonight. I am Elijah Mixalata, the play-by-play announcer for tonight's game, alongside Matt Peck, who's producing tonight. It should be a really great and fun finale here from Franklin Field. This is our third game here from Franklin Field. We've done 4 games all weekend already. 3 games, I should say. Starting off with Greendale and Brookfield Central. That one ended in a walk-off, 2-1. The final score, Brookfield Central won. The second game last night was Hudson 8-5 over Germantown, and it even ended with a power outage in extra innings. And this morning we had Franklin, who took on Hudson again, and Franklin got the best of him in a comeback win, 5-3 in that one early this morning. So tonight, St. Thomas More will play Kettle Marine. Both teams ranked in PBR. They're both ranked in PBR, right? Yep. Both teams ranked by PBR, and Kettle Marine will be hitting first. So the Lasers are coached by James Wolbert, and their starting lineups will be leading off at third base, number 2, J.J. Wolbert. Batting second, center fielder, number 3, Jonah Roloff. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 6, Scott Brown. Number 44, left fielder, Jimmy Angle. Number 10, first baseman, Burns. Shortstop, number 1, Fabishek. Number 4, catcher, Asher. Number 12, right fielder, Stouty. And number 8, second baseman, Buchholz. On the mound for the St. Thomas More Cavaliers is number 4, Schmidt. Will be on the mound for St. Thomas More as we get underway here. And see that first pitch. I was looking at the lineups. We'll see what that pops up on Game Changer. Well, we're underway here. The finale at the PBR showcase here as a grounder by Wolbert's hit to the shortstop to first for out number 1. And 2 pitches to get down on the first batter right away. 1 out down on Kettle Marine. So now batting second for Kettle Marine is the center fielder, number 3, Jonah Roloff. It's again on the mound for St. Thomas More. I didn't have time to look at it. Is number 4, Lincoln Asher. Or what? No, this is Kettle Marine. Kettle Marine has Asher. Yep. Yeah, I was looking at the wrong. Pitching is Gabe Schmidt for St. Thomas More. As this one's hit, a base hit to center field, and Jonah Roloff has the first hit of the night for the Kettle Marine Lasers. Brown will come up to the plate now for Kettle Marine with one on with 1 out here in the top of the first. Weather's been pretty chilly here all weekend here in Franklin. Yesterday we had bit of quite the storm with the 30-mile-per-hour gusts with wind at the rock fields. And last night we were in the press box. We've been in the press box the last 3 nights, but it's been kind of chilly all three games so far up to this point tonight, and it's still pretty chilly now. As Scott Brown, designated hitter, is up to the plate now. The runner goes to second, and no throw by Doge behind the plate. So in the field for St. Thomas More, the outfield is Braden Olivo, and in center field is Renzo, right fielder Karolwitz, at third base Mommer, shortstop Braden Olivo, so left field is Brody Olivo, Gonzalez is at second, Johnson at first, and behind the plate is Doge calling the signals for Schmidt tonight. So 0-2 down early is Scott Brown on Schmidt. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And 2 quick outs right there for St. Thomas More with the guy on second. And that'll send up the left fielder, Jimmy Angle, number 44 for Kettle Marine. With 2 away, only 7 pitches so far by the pitcher, Gabe Schmidt. St. Thomas More yesterday beat Muskego 3-2. Kettle Marine beat Monona Grove last night in extra innings 5-4 on a walk-off by Lincoln Asher. As that first pitch is taken in for a slow strike. So both teams in this PBR showcase have won their first games. Both teams looking to take the sweep here and have a good weekend. So the 0-1 pitch. Runner goes a third. Throw to third is not in time to Mommer. Bobbles it, and Jonah Roloff gets another steal to third base. As now the go-ahead run is 90 feet away from the plate to take a 1-0 lead for Kettle Marine. A good thing to know about right now for Gabe Schmidt on the mound is that there's already 2 outs gone by. As head coach of St. Thomas More, Tim Schultz, will come to the home plate to discuss something with the umpire real quick, make sure everything's all right with this catcher. That's Doge behind the dish for St. Thomas More. I think he's looking at his hand right now, and looks like he's getting the good to go to play the rest of this one, but it looks like he'll be okay to finish this one off. A little interesting sight early in this game. I'm looking at St. Thomas More's bullpen. There's already someone starting to get loose. So maybe this is one of those bullpen games for St. Thomas More, as Gabe Schmidt, he's only thrown 9 pitches so far. Pretty good outing, as this one's hit line to Braden Olivo for out number 3, as we will head to the middle of the first. No score and 1 run left on base for Kettle Marine. You're watching baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Franklin Field as we head into the bottom of the first inning. Kettle Marine will get the chance to pitch now after they got a base hit from Jonah Roloff, the center fielder, and he got 2 stolen bases, but pretty good job by the fielders, outfielders, and infielders for St. Thomas More to get out of that jam, as the pitcher, Gabe Schmidt, only had to throw about 10 pitches in that first inning. But now on the mound for Kettle Marine is Sam Scafito, number 16, right-hander, who is a sophomore for these James Wolbert's Kettle Marine Lasers. Kettle Marine had a pretty good start to the season here. They went down to Tennessee, I believe. Yep, Tennessee, early to start this season. And they played 3 games out there and won 2, 14-0. And lost the game 2-5 to Riverdale High School. Not like you guys would know this many of these teams. And they beat the Beach Bucks 10-5. So they've had a pretty good outing in Tennessee, and they went 2-1. And so far in their games in Wisconsin, they're 3-2, taking big wins against Waunakee, Verona, and Monona Grove yesterday in a walk-off. But how much of a big win would this be for James Wolbert's Lasers tonight if they go 2-0 here against a really good St. Thomas More team? But keep in mind, St. Thomas More, they lost their star ace and hitter, Kyle Olivo, the Iowa commit, to a UCL injury for the season, torn UCL. So he is done for the remainder of this season, and Tim Schultz's team's going to have to rally through it. So the brother of Kyle, Braden, is at the plate right now as he almost gets hit right there on that second pitch. It'll be 2-0 on the count now to Braden Olivo. 3-0 to Braden Olivo. 3-0 pitch he's going to take for strike one, and that one goes right down the middle. Three-one pitch. Taken high for ball four, and the leadoff guy is aboard for the second baseman, Gonzalez. Oliver Gonzalez will take the plate now for St. Thomas More. One of the hard-hitting guys for the St. Thomas More Cavaliers. He's going to be one of those guys St. Thomas More is going to have to rely on with Kyle out. He signals the bunt, and he fouls it off the first base side. As Kettle Marine's infield looks like they're a little ready for it. So Kettle Marine's infield and left field, or Kettle Marine's field today is Angle at left, roll off at center, Stout at right, Wolbert at short, Fabershak at third, Burkhaltz at second, Burns at first, Asher at the catching duty tonight. So that ball's taken high upstairs for ball one. 1-1 is the count on Oliver Gonzalez. The 1-1 pitch taken a little low for ball two. Two-one pitch. Hit to the shortstop, Wolbert, and he almost throws it away at first. But the runner is not going to go, as that one just luckily throws right off of the dugout, and it bounces right back to the first baseman, Burns. As J.J. Wolbert made that play in the line out, as it looks like Braden Olivo had a pretty good lead on first. He tried to get him. In a situation like that, you throw it kind of soft, I guess, because unless you really think you could get him. Because if you don't get him right there and you throw it away, there's potential that he could get to second or third, as Scafito goes to a pickoff attempt to Burns that time. Keep in mind as well, there's no limit to pickoff attempts here in high school, as that ball's taken for a low. I think they're going to call that a ball. So 1-0 is the count on Johnson now, the first baseman. 1-0 pitch to Johnson. Grounded down the center field line. Gets through the gap. And a base hit for Johnson. And back-to-back base hits for St. Thomas More. Is now Braden Olivo on second. Johnson on first. As now another one of those power hitters, the third baseman, Sam Mommer, takes the plate for St. Thomas More, the UW Parkside commit. That's where we go to school. He'll be joining us at that school next year. Obviously, we're not players for the baseball team, but Parkside's getting a good one next year in Sam Mommer. As Sam Scafito takes a step off the mound with one out. First pitch taken low for ball one. A crowd with we got a decent crowd here for the finale game here at the PBR baseball tournament. Plenty of games this weekend, as this one's lined foul to the third base side. So Mommer starts off his at bat with a 1-1 count now, with one out. Last thing you want to do right now is ground out to the shortstop Wolbert and have him throw a double play to Burkhaltz and Burns, because Thomas Moore's got something going right now a little bit here with these chip shot singles up the middle. So the 1-1 pitch to Mommer. Taken a little bit high for ball two. Well, the count is now 2-1 on Sam Mommer. Scafito up to 14 pitches now. Should I say 13 now? 14, yep. 2-1 pitch. Fouled and out to the count course. We go down to a 2-2 count on Sam Mommer. Talk about the games we had this weekend on Zaleski Sports here at the PBR Rock Showcase. We've had a lot of thrillers, whether it was Brookfield Central walking off Greendale, the power outage in Hudson's game because of how hot their hitting got. As that ball's taken high for ball 3. We just don't know what to expect in this finale tonight between these two really good teams. As now the count is full on Sam Mommer with 1 out, guys on first and second. A base hit could score Braden Olivo potentially right here. Here goes the full count. And a timeout called right now by Sam Mommer. Here goes the 2-2 to Mommer. Taken high for ball 4, and the bases will load up for the pitcher, Gabe Schmidt now. Schmidt, let's see if he can be a hero, not just on the mound, but at the plate now as well, as he's got the bases loaded with 1 out here for a big threat to start this one. As Lincoln Asher will talk to Sam Scafino on the mound for a quick calm down moment right there, as he's got 2 base hits and a walk. Want to try to get out of trouble right here. Still could have a chance to turn a double play right here. Scafino's pitch, big swing and a miss right there by Gabe Schmidt. Count goes to 0-1 to start this. That one's taken a little bit outside for ball 1. Count goes to 1-1. Let's hope this game, if it goes to extra innings, I mean, the power would definitely not go out because we got other people in the press box tonight as well with us. So, but that was definitely something fun that the players and even us can talk about in the future as a memory to look back on, as something you don't see very often when you're calling a high school baseball game, as the count goes to 1-2 on the foul ball by Gabe Schmidt. So a 1-2 count with 1 out, bases loaded to Schmidt. He pops this one up to the right fielder, Stouty. Let's see if Braden Olivo tags. He does. Stouty's throw to the plate is going to be cut off, and Thomas More is going to get on the board off of a sacrifice fly by Gabe Schmidt. And it'll be 1-0 St. Thomas More to start this game. All he had to do was really just put that ball up in the air just a little bit deep in the outfield, kind of like the middle of the outfield, and that's where Gabe Schmidt got it. And it forced that one. They score 1 run right there. So Johnson advances to third, as now Mommer stays put at first. So the guys, runners on the corners with 2 outs now, and a Thomas More 1-0 lead. Let's see what Tim Schmidt is talking with the ump right now, what he's discussing. Meanwhile, I will give us our sponsors for tonight. All right. I think we got a pinch runner coming in. Pick up all your pets' favorites from Fleet Farm. Find everything from food and treats to toys and health products under one roof. From all the brands you trust, dogs or cats, they've got you covered. Shop your pets' everyday essentials at Fleet Farm. I don't think we got a pinch runner yet, but that's what it doesn't say on Game Changer. But Mommer goes to second as this one's popped up to deep center field. Roloff has a beat on it, and he makes the play. And that's all Thomas Moore's going to get out of this inning after a big hit right there by Karlowitz. A sac fly by the pitcher. Schmidt gets Thomas Moore on the board, and we'll be right back with more baseball live on Zaleski Sports.
Big Putts is the greatest indoor mini golf experience in the universe, as determined by unofficial independent voting. Big Putts on South 27th Street in Greenfield is open 7 days a week. Plan your next night out, weekend, birthday party, company outing, or an afternoon delight of mini golf at Big Putts. After a round of golf, test your skill in the area's best arcade. Big Putts on South 27th Street in Greenfield and Big Putts on Facebook. I like Big Putts and I cannot lie.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted gutter and gutter helmet experts. Our highly trained certified technicians can install gutter helmet onto new or existing gutters. Gutter helmet blends in beautifully with your home, can withstand the heaviest of rainfalls, and is backed by a lifetime transferable warranty. Save up to 20% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with seamless gutters and gutter helmet. Brought to you by Asher Laston Exteriors.
Welcome back to Franklin Field. 1-0 is a score. St. Thomas More leads 1-0 on Kettle Marine. As right now at Griffin Ford Waukesha, it's the ultimate New Year special. Griffin will inspect and rotate tires, check battery, complete multi-point inspection, check your heat, change your wiper blades and air filter, all for $179.95. That's Griffin Ford of Waukesha. Looking for a great family entertainment? Look to Big Putts on South 27th Street in Greenfield. Full 18-hole mini golf course, arcade, games, and more. Also look to Big Putts for your next birthday party and family gathering. Call Big Putts at 414-373-0505 to book your event now and visit Big Putts on Facebook. I like Big Putts and I cannot lie. You do? Nope. No, I'm just playing. I love Big Putts, man. But anyways, 1-0 is a score. St. Thomas More leads on Kettle Marine off of a sacrifice fly by the pitcher, Gabe Schmidt, which 2 base hits to start that inning for St. Thomas More and then a walk, which led to that sac fly by Schmidt. Starts this game up with 1-0 lead for the Thomas More Cavaliers. Do you happen to know what both teams are ranked in PBR? All right, Matt Peck's going to quickly find what the teams are ranked in PBR while Gabe Schmidt's going to take his final reps pitching here in the top of the second. I'd like to thank you guys once again for joining us this weekend as we've had this.
St. Thomas More.
All right, so St. Thomas More is 8th and then
21 Kettle Marine.
Kettle Marine is 21st in the state ranked by PBR. So if there's a team that's technically favored to win right now, it would technically be Kettle Marine. I mean, you never know at these neutral games. It could go either way, but I don't bet, so I'm not that type of person. So we head to the top of the second now, as coming to the plate is Landon. Is it Landon? Yeah, Layson Fabrishak up to the plate now for Kettle Moraine to start things off. Try to put this one right back even or take a lead potential here to start the top of the second. As this one's popped up to the second baseman, Oliver Gonzalez. No, the first baseman, Johnson's going to call for it, and it's going to be popped out for out number 1. I think Fabrishak just missed it on that one, as now coming up to the plate, Reed Burns will come up to the plate, the first baseman for Kettle Marine now. I'll tell you what, this guy's got a lot of power, and you could tell Brody Olivo, Renzo, and Rudolph are backing up in the outfield for him because he's definitely got power on the bat. So 1 out gone by here in the top of the second as he starts the at-bat with the ball high. 1-0 the count with 1 out here in the top of the second. Like I said, both teams win their first game in this tournament. One of these teams is going to come out victorious for their second win as Burns popped this one out to the catcher. He's going to try to slide and almost make the play. That's Kerwich. Trying to make one right there. And it looks like actually, so now Doge is out at catcher. I believe after that first inning, after that hand injury, he won't return to this game as now Kerwich, who started off at right field, will be playing catcher the rest of the way. And in the right field, Rudolph will be taking over at right. Here comes the pitch Taking a little low outside for ball one. Strike. It looked pretty low. I didn't even look up, so I'm not even gonna lie. So 2-1 is the count with one out. That one is taken for strike three. His strike call is a little weird. I mean, it's delayed for sure, so I had to wait for it a little bit, but strikeout right there as Gabe Schmidt throws one with 2 outs here, as now Fabershak will come up to the plate now for Kettle Marine with 2 outs here in the top of the second. First pitch taken, in for strike one. Pitch count pretty low so far today for Gabe Schmidt. As this one is taken low for ball one, the count goes to 1-1 now on Schmidt with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. The 1-1 pitch is taken. Is it strike? No. Ball 2. So 2-1 is the count on Lincoln Asher. As he takes this one low for ball 2 now, or 3? Ball, I don't even know. Ball 3. It has a new update on the scoreboard. I got to look at Game Changer. So 3-1 is the count on Lincoln Asher with nobody on, 2 outs. As he takes this one outside, and Kettle Marine has a base runner with 2 outs now for next up is batting is Chase Stouty up to the plate for Kettle Marine with 2 outs gone by it here. Stouty playing right field today for Kettle Marine, trying to even this game up or even take the lead for Kettle Marine right here in the top of the second. That one's taken a little low. Good protection behind the plate by Karowitz for ball 1. As he tries to pick off Kelchin at first, I won't get him. And reset. All the weather outside right now is frightful. It is pretty frightful outside, and it's been cold as Stouty pops this one up to Mommer. He's going to call for it, and he drops it as he misses that one right there. It looked like he got a little overwhelmed with that one right there as he signaled for it. I think he just lost it in the wind right there, as now I think that's going to be an error, right? If he missed that pop-up, so that's going to be an error as now Stouty reaches on, and there's 2 runners on for Kettle Marine as Kerwitz will go to the mound and talk to Gabe Schmidt for a bit just to calm things down before he faces number 8, Chase Buchholz. So the tying run at second, go ahead on first for Kettle Marine now in the top of the second. The good thing for Gabe Schmidt right now is that he's got 2 outs and his pitch count's pretty low right now, only at 24 pitches. He's had a pretty solid start so far for St. Thomas More. First pitch is fouled off right into the Kettle Marine bullpen for strike 1. So the count goes high for 1-1 now on Burkholtz. 1-1 pitch. Taking a little outside. Hit him. Yep. Thank you. Because I wouldn't have known. So the bases are loaded now. Back to the top of the order for the coach's son, J.J. Wilbert, the third baseman, with 2 outs. So Gabe Schmidt running in a little trouble here after getting the first 2 outs. Now he sees the bases loaded now with 2 outs, with one of the best hitters coming up for Kettle Marine now in the top of the second. A base hit or a double could empty the bases out in a hurry potentially right here. As J.J. Wilbur took his first time right there. Let's see if Gabe Schmidt and Thomas Moore could get out of this dangerous second inning threat right now. First pitch is taken outside on the right corner for ball one. He's ready 1-0 on the count. Yep. As this one's lined to center field, it's going to fall for a base hit. Kelchin will score. Stouty will score. And it will be a two-out double for the lead for the second baseman, J.J. Wolbert, as now Kelchin advances Burkholz advances the third, and now Kettle Marine takes a 2-1 lead in the top of the second inning. Good start for the Kettle Marine Lasers. As now the center fielder, Jonah Roloff, will come up to the plate for the Lasers now to try to continue and add on for some insurance runs in the top of the second. Big hit right there by J.J. Wolbert, just lining that one to center field. Rinzel's been pretty busy out in the outfield so far for Kettle Marine as the first pitch is taken inside for strike one. That one hits the dirt for ball one on the curveball. I think with the score the way it's going right now, we might be in for a scoring game tonight. As this one is popped up, and I think it might be playable. Who's got it? Nobody's got it. It looked like Mommer and Karlowitz, the catcher, were kind of trying to see who was going to get it. But the backstop here is pretty long, and it's a long run. But that ball popped up and had some hang time to it from Roloff. So Roloff down on the count now, 1-2. And Gage Schmidt will try to get out of this inning with only giving up 2 runs here. A base hit could potentially put Kettle Marine up 4-1 right here. 1-2 pitch. The stretch and the pitch. Fouls this one off again, and that will hit the concourse right to the fans. Maybe that fan will keep it for a souvenir. Who knows? But, I mean, you might have to give some of them back, right? Depends on how many balls the team has. As that ball is taken just a little high for ball 2. And the count hits 2-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the second. Kettle Marine with a dangerous inning led by a 2-out double by J.J. Wolbert. 2-2 pitch. Swinging and grounded right to the pitcher. Good play by Schmidt. Tossing it over to Johnson. And they get out of the jam. But Kettle Marine takes a 2-1 lead off of a 2-out double by J.J. Wolbert. And we've got some more coming for you as the score is 2-1.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
Welcome back to Franklin Field at the PBR baseball tournament here on Zaleski Sports. Elijah Vansalata with you here in the bottom of the second inning. 2-1's the score. Kettle Marine leads on Thomas Moore as Thomas Moore started off with a 1-0 lead, and then Kettle Marine rallied with a couple big hits led by that 2-out double by J.J. Wolbert, the coach's son. The first pitch is taken in right there for a strike on number 10, Rudolph. Now will be playing here this rest of this game, coming off the bench for the catcher who was formerly in this game, Doge, who exited with a hand injury. 0-1 pitch to Rudolph, taken a little outside for ball 1. 1-2 is the count on Rudolph, Ethan Rudolph, as the 1-2 pitch grounded and fouled to the back screen. Both of these teams early on this year, something I've noticed is that they both traveled out of state to play some games, and that's why they're ranked high in the state, because these guys like to take some challenges and they like to see what they got. I think a lot of these teams went during their spring break. It didn't look too pretty for St. Thomas More going 0-2 in Georgia. But, that one hits the elbow of Ethan Rudolph. Look out, as Rudolph will head to first for a leadoff hit by pitch right there, as the control getting a little out of hand right there for Sam Scafito that time. Let's now come to the plate for Kettle Marine. Not Kettle Marine. Is the designated hitter. Kendrowski comes up to the plate for Thomas More. I was waiting on the pronunciation. So, Johnny Kendrowski, what happened? Line out to third base. Landon Fabishak comes up with that one, as we get the first out of the inning. As Sam Scafito throws it to Burns to try to pick off Ethan Rudolph at first. It's now coming to the plate for St. Thomas More's Renzo, the center fielder. Evan Renzo to the plate. First pitch, high drive to left field. Jimmy Engel has a beat on it. He'll catch it, as Evan Renzo just missed that one. It's 2 outs down here in the bottom of the second inning now. For back to the top of the order, it will be Braden Olivo, the shortstop. Sam Scafito, other than that sacrifice fly in that first inning, he's been pretty consistent in this game. Renzo. Grounder to the shortstop, J.J. Wilbur. He's going to make the play to Burns at first. A high throw, and Burns makes the play on a jumper to end the inning. So the score stays 2-1 as we head into the third. More baseball coming your way on Zaleski Sports.
For the best price on the Bowtie brand, all roads lead to Griffin Chevrolet in the auto mall.
Lease this 24 Chevrolet Trax for $255 a month for 36 months. Or when you lease this 24 Chevrolet Silverado, pay just $348 for 36 months.
Find new roads, discover old friends. There's no better way than with a Griffin Chevrolet.
As a proud sponsor of Zaleski Sports, Stevens Point Brewery brings you a variety of gourmet sodas to indulge in while watching your favorite teams. Flavors include black cherry cream, kitty cocktail, mango, orange cream, vanilla cream, and root beer in regular or zero sugar. Have it as a float for the perfect post-game treat.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 2-1 is the score. Kettle Marine leads on St. Thomas More as we head into the third inning. Kettle Marine leading the score is on a double by J.J. Wilbert with a 2 RBI night so far on the 2-out double in the top of the second inning. St. Thomas More scores off of their pitcher, Gabe Schmidt, early on in this game. Schmidt has been pretty consistent, but his command didn't look that good in that second inning. Hopefully he gets back on track here as he leads off to start against the second baseman, Buchholz. Scott Brown comes up to the plate. It looked like number 8. So the designated hitter, Scott Brown, will take the plate for Kettle Marine to lead off things for the Lasers. First pitch is taken, and a grounder to Schmidt as the second baseman can't field it. That was just a really big play. And look at that speed by Scott Brown. He was flying like the Flash through that one right there. Kind of reminded me of Bryce Terang with his speed on the bags on the Brewers. But Scott Brown reaches on an infield single. A good play just to get that one in. He looked like he was going to check the swing right there, and he gets that one and a misplay right there by the second baseman, Oliver Gonzalez right there. Not really a misplay. That's just perfect roller to second. So Kettle Marine has a leadoff base runner on first for Jimmy Engel, the left fielder, up to the plate now. First pitch is taken in the dirt low for ball one. Once again, St. Thomas More losing their ace Kyle Levo to UCL injury. He'll be out for the remainder of the season. Thomas More, a team that made it to state in Division II, I believe, last year. And they fell last year, but had a great season last year. As the pickoff attempt was a little close that time, as Scott Brown is probably one of the fastest guys you'll see on Kettle Marine. The guys you want to run on.
No.
He's got, like I said, he's got speed like the Flash on those bags. You wouldn't be surprised if he steals right here. Here he goes. Brown goes to second. The throw to second will not even be close. Look at that speed by the Flash, Scott Brown. As Carl Karowitz wouldn't even have time to throw it, as now Brown heads in the scoring position with no outs here. I wouldn't even be surprised if Scott Brown steals a third right here with the speed he's got on the bag still. I keep mentioning that over and over, but he's, as long as he gets a signal from his coach, he'll go. He's not afraid to do it. He's got a pretty decent lead on first, as now Gabe Schmidt was going to take a step off here, as he's a little worried about Brown at second now. So the 1-1 pitch to Engel as he grounds this one to third. Fair ball. That one's going to get through the gap. That's easily going to score Brown. As is it a foul ball? Yeah, it's a foul ball now. It's a little late call though. But we're going to have to do this one over again. We saw that last night, I believe, with the first baseman on Germantown last night, as that ball was hit just a little on to the left of the third base bag. Because it has to go to the right of the bag or hit over it, I believe. So we will do the 1-2 now once again, and Engel's going to have to try to deliver Scott Brown once again. 1-2 pitch. Taken low for ball two. Looked like it hit the bottom of the zone right there. Just clipped it looked like, but umpire's going to give him ball two right there. So a 2-2 count, no outs. Scott Brown at second. The 2-2 pitch taken on the ground on the left bottom corner for ball three. So we're at a full count now, no outs, and Scott Brown at second. A base hit will easily score Scott Brown with the speed he's got on the bags. So the full count to Jimmy Engel. He grounds this one to Braden Olivo. Throw to first is in time for out number one. Layson Fabishak will come up to the plate now, the shortstop number one for Kettle Marine. Fabishak 0 for 1 on the night. He takes the first pitch low for ball one. This one is popped up to the center fielder Rinzo. He's going to run in on it, and he'll make the play. And that's too shallow for Scott Brown to tag up. So now after that leadoff single and a stolen base by Scott Brown, Gabe Schmidt is working through a ground out and a pop-up to get to 2 outs now in the top of the third to potentially get out of this jam with the runner on second base. Gabe Schmidt up to 43 pitches on the night now. Has coming up to the plate for Kettle Marine is Lincoln Asher, the catcher now for the Lasers. Or I believe it's Burns up to the plate now, the first baseman. Reed Burns takes a pitch outside, almost clipped the knees of Reed Burns. 1-0 is the count. That one is taken outside for strike two. Or strike one. So 1-1 is the count on Reed Burns with 2 outs in the top of the third. 1-1 pitch. Grounds this one foul to the third base side. As Mommer just tried to save that ball from going away. But we'll do the 1-2 pitch now to Reed Burns. So here we go, the 1-2 pitch. Taking a little outside that curveball. So it's a 2-2 pitch now on Burns. Brown is looking to score at second for Kettle Marine. He's just waiting for one of his guys at the plate to deliver him. 2-2 pitch. Swinging a grounder to third. Mommer trying to make a play to Johnson. Throw to first just in time. Good play by the UW Parkside commit Mommer to get out of this jam. As we will head to the middle of the third inning. Still 2-1. Kettle Marine leads on St. Thomas More at the PBR Baseball Invitational. You're watching baseball on Zaleski Sports.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed. It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
Welcome back to Franklin Field. 2-1 to score. Kettle Marine leads on St. Thomas More as we head in the bottom third stretch. As St. Thomas More will come up to the plate, Oliver Gonzalez, one of the best hitters on this Thomas More team this year, will come up to lead off and face the pitcher. It's still Scafito, yep. 1-0 pitch to Oliver Gonzalez is taken low for ball 2. Quickly gone by here. We're already almost 3 innings through as Oliver Gonzalez pops this one out to the right fielder Stouty, who loses his hat but makes the play at third for out number 1. So 1 out gone by here in the bottom of the third, and now coming up to the plate is Brady Johnson, the first baseman, coming up number 9 for Thomas More. Scafito's pitch count relatively low right now as he's up to only 34 pitches to start, make it 35 now with the first pitch called in for a strike. Like I said, this game's gone in pretty fast so far here, almost 3 innings through, almost an hour through, as Johnson grounds us off to Fabershak. Fabershak to Burns at first, a stretch for out number 2. So a quick 2 outs gone by in the bottom of the third, and now come to the plate for St. Thomas More is Sam Mommer, the third baseman. St. Thomas More really making Scafito look like a ace right now on the mound with that low pitch count. At this rate, if he keeps this game where it is, he could be on the mound for the rest of this game as Mommer fouls this one back the back screen as the count goes to 1-1 now. 1-1 pitch to Mommer. Pops this one up to deep right field, and it's going to be caught by Stouty to retire the side. A quick third inning gone by, and Kettle Marine continues to just keep that lead going with the 2-1 lead led by Sam Scafito. The command is looking good. More baseball coming your way on Zaleski Sports.
Big Putts is the greatest indoor mini golf experience in the universe, as determined by unofficial independent voting. Big Putts on South 27th Street in Greenfield is open 7 days a week. Plan your next night out, weekend, birthday party, company outing, or an afternoon delight of mini golf at Big Putts. After a round of golf, test your skill in the area's best arcade. Big Putts on South 27th Street in Greenfield and Big Putts on Facebook. I like Big Putts and I cannot lie.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. 2-1's the score. Kettle Marine leads on St. Thomas More as we head into the top of the fourth. A pretty quick game gone by here, not even an hour in, and we're already heading into the fourth inning. Griffin Hub Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Milwaukee has over 125 new vehicles in stock and rated preview, over 35 in transit to the dealership. Find a large selection and deals of new and pre-owned Dodge Chargers and Challengers. Driving a style and saving this 2024 at Griffin Hub Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Milwaukee. So a little bit of the tale of the tape tonight here. Both pitchers going pretty good here in the first 3 innings. Starting with the Kettle Marine Lasers, Sam Scafito going 3 innings gone by with only 1 hit given up, 1 earned run, and 2 walks given up. And for St. Thomas More, Gabe Schmidt on the mound, giving up 3 hits, 2 runs gone by, and 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. As this one goes by, oh, my bad. The first pitch is taken in for a ball on Lincoln Asher up to the plate right now. As he fouls this one up for strike 1. Gabe Schmidt, not too bad on the mound. A couple strikeouts, but giving up a couple hits here. Three hits given up on the night so far. That's why this game's been going by pretty fast. Not a lot of hits going by, but some of the runs just coming through off of some walks as well, as a timeout called by the ump. As Lincoln Asher going to reset a little bit and get right back in the box with the 1-1 count. And that pitch is taken and just hits that right corner for strike 2. 1-2 the count on Lincoln Asher. Top of the 4th inning. No outs so far here. Lincoln Asher with the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and the 3rd strikeout for Gabe Schmidt. And the St. Thomas More bench, dugout has a lot to say to him on after he strikes out on that one, as now coming up to the plate for Kettle Marine is Stouty, the right fielder, number 12, who's 0 for 1 in the day, looking for his first hit. Swing and a miss. So Chase Stouty at the bat right now as he swings and misses. 3 strikeouts on the night for Gabe Schmidt so far. He takes that one just right back to the back screen on a wild pitch. It wouldn't matter right now because there's nobody on base. So 1 out, 1-1 the count on Chase Stouty, the right fielder. 1-1 pitch. Taking a little outside for ball 2. 2-1 the count on Chase Stouty now. Two-one pitch, and this one is popped up high in the air to center field. Renzo has a beat on it, and he'll make the play for out number 2. And that will send up Cade Buchholz, Cade Buchholz will come up to the plate now for Kettle Marine. Just trying to make sure I got his first name right. I thought I almost said Gabe. That's the pitcher. It's Gabe versus Cade right now, the pitcher-batter matchup, as Gabe gets the best out of the first pitch right there. 0-1 the count on Cade Buchholz. Oh, 1 pitch on Buchholz. That one's taken in for strike 2. Just hit that bottom right corner. And quickly, Cade Buchholz down 0-2 in the count. 0-2 pitch. Taken a little high for ball 1. And the count goes to 1-2 on Cade Buchholz. As Buchholz grounds this one, Mommer's going to try to make a play on it, throws the first to Brady Johnson, and they get out this jam once again, and no one on base. 3 up and 3 down for St. Thomas More, as we will head in the middle of the 4th now. We'll be right back.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
All right, welcome back to Franklin Field for the 4th and final game for the PBR baseball tournament here, Invitational on Zaleski Sports. Elijah Vincelado with you here alongside Matt Peck tonight producing as we head into the bottom of 4th. St. Thomas More and Kettle Marine. Kettle Marine with a 2-1 lead on St. Thomas More as we head into the bottom of the 4th now here. This game going relatively quick here as we head into the hour mark of the game. First pitch chase, pop-up right there by the pitcher, Gabe Schmidt right there as he pops that one out to the center fielder, Jonah Roloff, for out number 1. As right when I say this game is going quick, first pitch right away popped out to center field by the pitcher Schmidt. Schmidt, I was going to say early in this game, driven in the only run for St. Thomas More with that sac fly to right, as now Karowitz, the catcher, will come up to the plate now. He is taking over at catcher after he started in right tonight, taking over for the injured catcher Doge with the hand injury, as he is on the count now. 0-1 to Doge. Fouls this one up to the back screen. 1-2 count is the call now. I thought it was a ball too. So 1-2 the count on the catcher Karowitz. Bennett Karowitz, senior, strikes out right there, and the first K of the night for the pitcher, Sam Scafito, on the mound. And quickly again, 2 down in the bottom of the 4th. As now coming up to the plate is the designated hitter, number 20, Johnny Kendrowski. First pitch taken in for strike 1. Very good job by Sam Scafito, only throwing 45 pitches so far in the night. The way this game is going, he could go a complete game potentially. Big swing and a miss. That time, I think it's actually Evan Rudolph at the plate right now. Yeah. Taking over to pinch hit as back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning for Sam Scafito on 3 pitches. Scafito starting to get dialed in, and we're through 4 innings over in only an hour. Ladies and gentlemen, 2-1 is the lead. Kettle Marine on St. Thomas More in this PBR finale on Zaleski Sports. We'll be right back.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
Milwaukee's best deal on Detroit iron starts right here.
2324 Jeep Grand Cherokees with 10% off MSRP. Plus 24 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4 starting at $49,499 with $5,500 in rebates or 3.9% for 72 months.
For cars and trucks imported from Detroit, and deals made famous in Milwaukee. It doesn't get any better than this.
Is there a Griffin hub tag on your car?
Welcome back here at Franklin Field as we are 4 innings through and over, just a little over an hour gone by in this game. A quick game here gone by here. Both pitchers for Thomas More and Kettle Marine dealing out there, whether it's Sam Scafito or Gabe Schmidt. But today's game is brought to you by Asher Exteriors. Call Asher's for your free noble obligation estimate at 888.GO-ASHER or visit goasher.com. That's goasher.com. Get off the ladder and get gutter, helmet, and Asher Lessing Exteriors. Trust the experts on your most valuable asset, your home. Give them a call today at 888.GO-ASHER. So leading off for the Kettle Marine Lasers is back at the top of the order, J.J. Wolbert, who last up at the plate had that drove in those 2 runs and is probably leading for the Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game right now as he pops this one up to the third base side, a little out of play. No one's going to have a play on that one as that one lines to that St. Thomas More bullpen. So J.J. Wolbert starts off 0-1 in the count, 1 for 2 on the night with the 2 RBI double back in that third inning. What inning was it? In the second inning he scored it. Oh, I could probably look at the scoreboard out there too, I guess. As that one's a pass ball for ball 1. 1-1 the count on J.J. Wolbert. One pitch. Fouls it off to the back screen, and now the count heads to 1-2. Last time we had these guys on Zaleski Sports with Kettle Marine, they played Hartford in a low-scoring battle, and it was pretty much the same thing kind of going trend right now as Kettle Marine had a lead early and then a big offensive explosion late as this one's going to bloop into center field again and another base hit for J.J. Wolbert. He's making Ethan Rinzel really busy in center field, getting a lot of those base hits, and as now J.J. Wolbert 2 for 3 on the night with the RBI double. And a single and a double and a single now on the night for him. As Carol Witz will now take a trip to the mound and talk things over with Gabe Schmidt as he's up to 66 pitches now on the night. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank you guys for joining us through the 4 games this weekend. We've had very thrilling 4 games in the last 24 hours, I should say, or 30 hours, I should say, going along with that Green Brookfield Central game. We've had walk-offs, we've had power outages, you name it, extra innings, comebacks. What is this game going to have? We almost slept in the press box because of how late we were here, and we got trapped almost overnight. That's a story to tell later. As it counts 1-2 on Jonah Roloff, as now he takes a ball outside for ball number 2. That definitely won't be the case tonight, though. So Schmidt tries to pick off Wolbert at first base. He won't get him. At the way this game's going, we might have a father-son interview at the end of this game. As J.J. Wolbert goes to second, Kirowitz throws to second, and it won't be in time as he lays out the shortstop Braden Oliva, and he's a down. And that's just not the guy you want to get out again right here. You don't want to go down 2 out of 3 Olivos right there. As it looks like he's fine, he'll stay up. But he'll stay safe at second base. On a 1-1 count. The pause, looking at second. Big lead for J.J. Wolbert, and the pitch now. As this one's lined to center field, that's going to go through the gap. That one's going to go. That's easily going to score J.J. Wolbert. And no-out double right there. RBI double, I should say, for Jonah Roloff to put Kettle Marine up 3-1 now. As now Kettle Marine started to pile the hits in. J.J. Wolbert setting the tone here. One of the leading hitters tonight, setting the tone for his teammates as now an insurance run batted in for the Lasers as they take a 3-1 lead in the top of the fifth. No outs, a guy on second. It's roll-off with Scott Brown, who's 1 for 2 tonight with the base hit. Up to the plate now. Base hit infield base hit earlier today with that speed he has. As Gabe Schmidt running in a little bit of trouble now as he pops this one up to the left field side. No one's to it as Brady Johnson tries to lay out for that one. And now we will redo this one over again as the count hits 0-2 now, or 0-1 on Scott Brown. Owen pitch. Big lead on second base for Jonah Roloff as Gabe Schmidt did not want to mess with him on that one. Has Jonah Roloff dancing in the field as the pitch goes, and that's taken in for a strike. Strike 2 called, and quickly Kettle Marine down 0-2 in the count. Scott Brown, if he grounds this one, it will be a tough play for any of these infielders to make. As this one's a wild pitch off to the back screen, and Jonah Roloff easily advances to third on a wild pitch. As the count hits 1-2 now, Gabe Schmidt losing his command a little bit here, all the way up to 71 pitches now. So the 1-2 pitch to Brown. This one line fouled to the third base side. A deep pop-up to center or right or left field, anywhere in the outfield, could easily score Jonah Roloff with the speed he has on third base. A lot of speedy guys on James Wolbert's team. The 1-2 pitch fouled off again on the third base side, and we will do it over once more. So the 1-2 pitch to James Wolbert, or J.J. Wolbert drives in the dirt, throw to the plate, not in time, wild pitch, and it'll easily score Jonah Roloff. And this game is starting to get out of hand as Roloff scores from third on the wild pitch. Kettle Marine's bench hype about that one, as Karlowitz couldn't come up with that one on the wild pitch, as the Lasers now take a 4-1 lead on Thomas More. 1-2 pitch again. Hit him on the knee as he will take first base. Gabe Schmidt running through a lot of trouble now here in this inning. Back-to-back hits. And now hit by pitch. As now Karlowitz will come to the mound now for a mound visit. Everybody will come in and talk, and the infield will talk with Gabe Schmidt and just try to calm his nerves down a little bit here, as he's given up 2 runs now in this inning with still no outs and a guy on first. Still has yet to retire a batter in the top of the 5th. We're due for someone to break this game open right now, and so far Kettle Marine is doing their job and getting those insurance runs in to build a little bit of a comfortable lead. Definitely not anywhere close to this game being out of reach yet, though. As now the left fielder Jimmy Angle will come up to the plate for the Lasers. He's 0 for 2 on the night. 0 for 2 on the night. Just ground out and pop. I'll just keep this right here. As he pops this one up to deep left field, Olivo has a beat on it. He catches that one for out number 1. Now coming up to the plate now is Layson Fabishek, who's also 0 for 2 on the night. So a big out number 1 right there as Brody Olivo comes up with a big out right there in deep left field. That one had some carry to it as well off that big hit by Angle. So Layson Fabershak, the shortstop, up to the bat now. Takes first pitch outside for ball 1. One-0 pitch. This one popped up to shallow center field. And the catch is made by the center fielder, Evan Rinzel, that time. For out number 2, as Gabe Schmidt trying to get out of a little bit more trouble in the top of the 5th inning right now. First pitch fouled and out of play. That time as it hits the roof of the concourse. Reed Burns is 0 for 2 on the night with the strikeout. Hoping to deliver a little bit more with the power he has at the plate for Kettle Marine to keep adding onto that lead. Still a lead where St. Thomas More could definitely work their way back into this one, but this one's starting to get out of hand in a little bit of a hurry as they have 3 more innings to try to prove that. The 1-1 pitch, the runner goes a second, throw way off as Scott Brown easily gets a second. That throw went a little left by the catcher Karolwitz. And a stolen base by the speedy Scott Brown again. That's the second stolen bag of the night now. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes again right here. So the 1-2 to Reed Burns. Taken outside for ball 2. Two-two pitch. And a grounder to Braden Olivo. Olivo goes to Brady Johnson at first. And that's all Kettle Marine will get. Only 2 runs scored for Kettle Marine, but a good 2 runs as they go up even more. 4-1 is the score. Kettle Marine leads as we head into the bottom of the 5th inning. St. Thomas More is going to have to try to do some work to do with 3 innings left to go on the hitting side. More baseball to come on Zaleski Sports.
Big Putts is the greatest indoor mini golf experience in the universe, as determined by unofficial independent voting. Big Putts on South 27th Street in Greenfield is open 7 days a week. Plan your next night out, weekend, birthday party, company outing, or an afternoon delight of mini golf at Big Putts. After a round of golf, test your skill in the area's best arcade. Big Putts on South 27th Street in Greenfield and Big Putts on Facebook. I like Big Putts and I cannot lie.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted gutter and gutter helmet experts. Our highly trained certified technicians can install gutter helmet onto new or existing gutters. Gutter helmet blends in beautifully with your home, can withstand the heaviest of rainfalls, and is backed by a lifetime transferable warranty. Save up to 20% with 0 down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with seamless gutters and gutter helmet. Brought to you by Asher Laston Exteriors.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head to the bottom of the 5th. 4-1 to score. Kettle Moraine leads on St. Thomas More off of 2 RBIs by I think it was let's see here. Let's go up. Roloff got that RBI for the first one, and I think Roloff, and there's 2 runs scored. I mean, maybe he got both. But it's 4-1. Kettle Moraine leads here as we head to the bottom of the 5th, as now St. Thomas More and Tim Schultz's team is going to have to come from behind and work their way right back into this one. Johnny Konjerski, the designated hitter, will start things off to try to make the comeback happen for the Thomas More Cavaliers. But it looks like a new pitcher's on the mound as well for Kettle Moraine. It's number 9, Will Johnson, on the mound for the Lasers, as they pull Sam Scafito early in this one. As that one's taken outside for ball 2. 2-0 early on the count to Johnny Kenzierski. As this one's taken, just hits the top corner for strike one. One of the fans in the crowd chanting, heck no. That one was a little close. It just hit that top corner as the 2-1 pitch is fouled up by Johnny Kenzierski. Kenzierski is 0 for 1 on the day. Trying to start this rally for St. Thomas More, who hasn't really got anything going really too much other than that first inning. As he strikes him out, hit that bottom left corner for out number 1. And Will Johnson comes in to start this one off with a strikeout in relief. Would imagine he'll have the final 3 innings of this game unless he blows this lead or something happens like that. So the first pitch taken way high upstairs for ball 1 on Evan Rinzel, the 7th fielder. Rinzel's been a really busy guy. A lot of balls have been hit out to center field to him today. 0 for 1 on the day for him so far tonight. That one's taken outside for ball 1. St. Thomas More need to get their bats going a little bit right now. They only got 1 hit going right now tonight from Brady Johnson. And only 2 walks on the night, so they got to be a little bit more disciplined at the plate if they want to get right back in this one. As Kettle Marine has 3 strikeouts on the night right now, but good field defense by Kettle Marine is keeping St. Thomas More at a run. As this one's popped up right behind the press box for strike 2. 2-2 count on Evan Rinzel now. Will Johnson, also an outfielder for the Kettle Marine Lasers, who's on the mound right now. The full count to Evan Rinzel now. Thomas More trying to get in his head a little bit. This one line to J.J. Wolbert. Good pick to first. Burns makes the play again. Great defense right there from J.J. Wolbert to his first baseman, Reed Burns, with the jumping grab to first base. And now it's 2 down in the bottom of the 5th inning. So now we head back to the top of the order for St. Thomas More, as it's the shortstop, Braden Olivo, who is 0 for 1 on the night with a walk. I'll try to at least get something. Even a walk is good right now for this Thomas More team to get something on the bags right now. So he starts it off with a 1-0 count. As he hits this one to shallow right field, and it's going to be fouled as Chase Stouty was running for that one. So the count goes to a 1-1 now. Will Johnson up to 13 pitches now. St. Thomas More, their pitchers have been really consistent today. Only about 50 pitches thrown through 4 innings for the starting pitcher, Sam Scafito, earlier today. His end of line today is 4 innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 earned run, and 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. Pretty good stat line, if you say this, so to keep Kettle Marine up pretty big in this one. So Olivo goes down in the count now, or up in the count 2-1 right now. As he takes another one high for ball 3. It's a 3-1 count. And like I said earlier, Olivo's drew a walk, 0 for 1 with a walk. They need something to go right now, and a walk would be very crucial in this moment of the game. As he fouls this one up to the back screen, and it's a full count with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Kettle Marine looking to go 3 up and 3 down for the 2nd inning in a row. They have been just dealing on the mound tonight. Here we go. 2-2 pitch. 3-2 pitch. Just hits the outside corner for ball 4, and Braden Olivo draws his 2nd walk of the night. And finally someone gets on base after 2 innings for St. Thomas More. And for Oliver Gonzalez to come up to the plate now. And the senior had a pretty good night so far. Or 0 for 2 on the night, I should say. Not that great of a night for really anyone on the hitting side for Thomas More. First pitch is taken high for ball 1 as Lincoln Asher tries to check Braden Oliva at first base. One-0 pitch. Line to third base and fouled. The ump signals foul ball. And Oliver Gonzalez. St. Thomas More really needed that one to go fair, as Olivo could have easily got to second or even third on that one to at least get a runner in scoring position. You've had a long drought of guys not in scoring position for Thomas More, and that's been the moral of the story for them tonight. Looking like the 2020 Brewers right now. As this one's popped up high in the air. Who's going to call for it? Bruckholtz calls for it, and that's the end of the 5th inning. 4-1 stays a score as we are through 5 from the PBR baseball finale at Franklin Field. Kettle Marine leads 4-1 on Thomas More. 2 more innings left to go in this one already, as we're already coming towards the end of this one. You're watching baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crop season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we're just a little under an hour and a half gone by in this game, and we're already heading into the 6th inning. St. Thomas More trails Kettle Marine 4-1 in the top of the 6th inning, as Gabe Schmitz will continue to stay on the mound here for the top of the 6th inning, as this game has been led by Kettle Marine's pitching, only allowing 1 hit in 2 combined pitchers tonight here. Sam Scafito, the starting pitcher, with 4 innings pitched for Kettle Marine, with only giving up 1 hit, 1 earned run, and 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. And then Will Johnson comes in relief for his first inning with a walk, a strikeout, and then retires aside after that. As we head to the top of the 6th inning, leading off for Kettle Marine now to try to put even more insurance runs is Lincoln Asher, the catcher. Takes the first pitch low for ball 1. One-0 pitch. That one's low again. 2-0 on Lincoln Asher now. Asher is 0 for 1 on the night with a walk and a strikeout, as he grounds this one to the back screen. 2-1 is the count now on Lincoln Asher. Gabe Schmidt getting up there with pitches. According to the WIAA rule, you can only get up to 100 pitches, and I believe if you get to like 98 or 99, you could face one more batter. But after that batter, you're done regardless. So this could potentially be the final inning Gabe Schmidt pitches. His stat line tonight so far is 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 walk. Here, make it 2 now and 3 strikeouts. As the right fielder comes out to bat now here is number 12, Chase Stouty, with Lincoln Asher on first base. Gotta imagine if you're Tim Schultz right now, you're thinking, who am I going to potentially take out of the bullpen right here, as Schmidt up to 87 pitches now. As this one's popped up to left center field. Who's got it? The left fielder, Brody Olivo, has it, and will make the catch for out number 1 to start the top of the 7th inning. So 1 out gone by in the top of the 6th. I think I said the 7th at first, but this game definitely going way faster than yesterday's game when we had Hudson, when I called Hudson and Germantown last night. At this part of the night, we were only probably about in the third inning at this point. We're already here in the sixth. So Burkholz will come up to bat now for Cade Burkholz will come up to bat for the Kettle Marine Lasers now, who is 0 for 1 on the night. Takes a pitch inside for ball 1. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned to our Nasonville Dairy postgame show as I will go down to the field and interview our winning coach and as well as our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game. Right now it would be Coach James Wolbert, and I'm really convinced I think it would be his son if I would interview him right now, because he is having himself a night at the plate and even on the field. As Schmidt tries to throw it back to Johnson at first base on the pickoff. Tries to get Kelchin looking right there. That pitch is fouled up and right at the press box for strike 2. 1-2 the count on Cade Burkholz. Fouls this one off, just line to the right field side. And a 1-2 count. Yep. Up is calling for more baseballs right now, as Tim Schmitz is going to do the honor and give him a couple more. Wonder how many he really gives him, like 4 or 5? You used to be an umpire.
Yeah, but when I ran out of baseballs, I just wish I could have called the game.
Oh, they just cancel it when you did that? No. Oh, I was going to say. I was about to I was like, how'd they just lose it like that? So you got to have at least, it's like one of those theories you want to know in the game. Like, how many baseballs do you think a team brings with them?
Well, it's funny because I went from being an umpire to being able to yell at an umpire.
Yeah. Me and you are both starting our young coaching careers as well.
I was forced into mine.
I mean, I'm just volunteering to do it. I'm not going to go deep in the coaching. This is what I want to do for my future as well, but Burkholz down in the count 1-2. As that one's taken in. No signal. That's ball 2 on Cade Burkholz. Apparently you can't check.
If he's at first base, you can.
Maybe at first base you could check it.
The umpire will not follow the coach's
Well, I'm surprised the umpire didn't check it, that one. So a 2-2 count to Cade Burkholz.
He's not at a good angle. You can't check it there. The umpire said no swing now.
Okay.
You can't check it there. He's in the middle of the field.
I'm not sure what's going on, but 2-2 count to Burkholz as he pops this one foul and into the Kettle Marine fan section right now. I'm looking at the crowd right now, and I don't see that much gold in the crowd. No, not really any Kettle Marine fans, as Kelchin easily steals second off of the wild pitch. It'll be a full count now with 1 out. And that eliminates the chance to turn a double play for St. Thomas More now on the top of the 6th. Fouls it off again. Out of play. And the count stays full with 1 out. In the top of the 6th. Gabe Schmidt up to 96 pitches now in the night. This could potentially be his last batter if he keeps working him here. This is like the 8th pitch of the at-bat, and he walked him. And the wild pitch goes. Kelchin was thinking about going to home, but Karlwitz just got back to the back screen, ran at it just in time, and now the runners are on corners with 1 out with the dangerous hitting. J.J. Wolbert tonight here with a double and a single. J.J. Wolbert. He's been pretty strong tonight here on the mound as Tim Schmitz Tim Schultz, the head coach of the team, comes out to the mound now, and I think this might be the end, or maybe they'll do the Franklin strategy where he's at 98 pitches and say, hey, this is your last batter. Try to make this one a good one, potentially turn a double play and get out of this one. And
Get a good one, you get a Happy Meal on the way home.
yeah, go to McDonald's on 76 in Rawson, but you could go to better places than that.
Well, you can come to my house. I'll make you
Some crock pot?
I'll make an omelet.
Omelet? You got some eggs at home?
No, I don't.
So it looks like, and I was right on that one. I think they're going to.
Who's the new pitcher coming?
Is it a new pitcher? I think it's.
It is. But
I can't see the number. So that will be the end of the line for Gabe Schmidt tonight as he finishes his night. 5 1/3 inning pitch with 5 hits, 4 earned runs, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. This is a night to forget for him as we wait to see who's on the mound for St. Thomas More now. While he warms up here in the top of the 6th inning, we will get to some more sponsors here tonight. Tonight's game is sponsored by Fleet Farm. Pick up all your pets' favorites from Fleet Farm. Find everything from food and treats to toys and health products under one roof from all the brands you trust. Dogs or cats, they've got you covered. Shop your pets' everyday essentials at Fleet Farm. They got a new pitcher on the mound here. I think Peck's going to tell me who the guy on the mound is. We're kind of high up right now, so it's kind of hard. Braden Olivo's on the mound now?
Yep.
So Braden Olivo is coming in to relieve this inning now here and try to keep this game right where it is. The pitching coach for St. Thomas More coming out now to give Braden a new glove. So Braden switches spots with Gabe Schmidt. So Schmidt heads to shortstop, and Braden Olivo is the new relief pitcher now for St. Thomas More. What a fun last 30 hours for us. An adventurous one here at the PBR Invitational Tournament here in southeast Wisconsin, where you get teams from all over the state in Wisconsin. Oh my goodness. We get teams from all over the state of Wisconsin. We got teams from Hudson, Mosinee. A lot of our coverage teams from up north, Kaukauna. A lot of the teams around the state, and this is like a showcase to show how all the good teams would do when they play each other. So this one is definitely another good one to finish it off here for our fourth and final game on Zaleski Sports here, and the final game of the PBR Invitational Baseball Tournament here in Franklin, Wisconsin at Franklin Field, home of the Milwaukee Milkmen and the UW Milwaukee Panthers. UW Milwaukee Panthers played earlier today, but didn't look too hot for them as they lost. I don't know how much they lost, but I remember they were down 10-0 at one point. So Braden Olivo is on the mound to relief and try to get out of this jam with runners on the corners with 1 out. Kettle Marine trying to do even more damage now. First pitch taken outside for ball 1. This is definitely a quicker game than the last as Braden Olivo goes to first to try to pick up Burkholz. As he tries to do it again, doesn't get him. We're not even 2 hours of the way in this game. And how long that game against Green Down Brookfield Central, that didn't even last 2 hours, I don't think. It went just under. As the runner goes to center field, he's going to have to think about this one as just makes the catch as Gabe Schmidt at second base, but that will easily score a run from third. Kelchin, as Schmidt had to go like for an over-the-shoulder throwing football right there to try to catch that one, as it looked like Evan Rinzel, the center fielder, didn't really have a beat on it, and so Gabe Schmidt called for it, but he made a terrific catch to potentially get that one down and advance Burkholz to almost third base on that one. That could have easily been trouble. So it's 5-1 Kettle Marine now with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Gotta give credit to Gabe Schmidt, just pitching, now goes in the field and makes a terrific play. But unfortunately for them, there was a runner on third and easily scored with the speed of Kettle Marine on that one. So they're up 4 now. And Kettle Marine just keeps tacking even more runs on the board. As this ball's taken low for ball 2 in the dirt. I would think that Braden Olivo has this game on the mound for the next couple innings. So the 2-1 count. Runner goes to second. Throw is, hit him right in the helmet. That's why you have to wear a helmet in baseball, though. Oh, Karolwitz nailed him right on the bullseye at the helmet, at Burkholtz's helmet, but he gets a stolen base, and it's a 3-1 count now on Jonah Roloff, who is 2 for 3 on the night. He's also got an RBI tonight, looking to get his second of the night. Takes a pitch outside, ball 4. Jonah Roloff gets on first. Guys on first and second with 2 outs now for Scott Brown, the designated hitter. First pitch is taken outside for ball 1 on Scott Brown. Brown with an infield base hit tonight, 1 for 2 early in this game, and he ended up scoring a big run early in that second inning for Kettle Marine to start the scoring as he gets hit by a pitch, and now the bases will be loaded as Braden Olivo having a little bit of trouble on the mound right now, just looking a little bit shaky to start on the mound. With 10 pitches, as now the infield will just come in and talk with him a little bit. Sam Mommer tapping him, saying, hey, you'll be all right, kid. But Kettle Marine, if they get a base hit or something out of this one, this game is really breaking open with a big hit right here. And the guy to try to do that is Jimmy Engel, the left fielder who's 0 for 3 on the night, looking for a big hit to extend this lead even more for Kettle Marine. Talk about a win this would be for the Kettle Marine Lasers if they could get it done. Trying to go 2-0 in the PBR Invitational after a big walk-off win last night in 9 innings last night. This pitch is fouled, and that's going to go right above the press box on top of it. Last night we had one that hit the window of the press box. These windows are strong enough, I think, to not have the glass shatter. As this one's grounded to the shortstop. He's going to take the easy out at second. Does he get him? Yes, he does. Kettle Marine gets 1 run out of it and then adds even 1 more insurance run. 5-1's a score as we head to the bottom of the 6th. You're watching more baseball coming your way on Zaleski Sports.
For the best price on the Bowtie brand, all roads lead to Griffin Chevrolet in the auto mall.
Lease this 24 Chevrolet Trax for $255 a month for 36 months. Or when you lease this 24 Chevrolet Silverado, pay just $348 for 36 months.
Find new roads, discover old friends. There's no better way than with a Griffin Chevrolet.
As a proud sponsor of Zaleski Sports, Stevens Point Brewery brings you a variety of gourmet sodas to indulge in while watching your favorite teams. Flavors include black cherry cream, kitty cocktail, mango, orange cream, vanilla cream, and root beer in regular or 0 sugar. Have it as a float for the perfect post-game treat.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We head to the bottom of the sixth here, the final inning and a half of the PBR Invitational here on Zaleski Sports, the fourth and final game on Zaleski Sports in this last 24 to 30 hours. It's been a fun 24 to 30 hours as well, as Kettle Marine has a 5-1 lead. This one's popped up. The third base has it, and he'll make the play. That time it was JJ Wobert moving to third now? Or who's at third? Oh, Fabershak at third.
Who's on third?
Just like the restaurant. Yep. So 1 out, gone by quickly in the bottom of the sixth. St. Thomas More, they look like they're just chasing a lot at everything, as Brady Johnson just popped that one up right away. He looked like he saw a good pitch to hit, as Mommer's going to ground one to the second baseman, Burkholz. Burns will make the play at first, and the 2 pitches, 2 outs already in the bottom of the sixth. Thomas More is hitting this one like they just want to get out of this already. The way things are going, they just can't get any hits through right now. They're still at 1 hit on the night. So now batting is the second baseman who pitched earlier in the game, Gabe Schmidt, with 2 outs here in the bottom of the sixth. Will Johnson continuing his second inning of relief for Kettle Marine. His first pitch is taken outside for ball 1. And ball 2 taken outside. 2-0 the count on Gabe Schmidt, who is 0 for 1 on the day with an RBI sac fly earlier in the first inning. That one's taken right down the middle for strike 1. Will Johnson really dealing on the mound here tonight as well. This is his second inning of relief. Hasn't given up a hit yet. He's walked one and struck out one, but he's been doing a pretty good job retiring the side. And I could imagine if he gets out of this right here, he'll definitely pitch the 7th inning and try to finish this one off. 1-2 pitch. Fouled. Or it's going to be 3-2 now on the count on Gabe Schmidt. That's just been the way this game's going. Kettle Marine tacking a couple big hits from bloop singles and walks. And the full count. This one's going to be lined to center field and caught by the center fielder, Jonah Roloff, to retire the side. It's time to stretch, ladies and gentlemen. We head into the final inning of the game. 5-1, Kettle Marine leads on St. Thomas More. We'll be right back for more baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed. It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
Big Putts is the greatest indoor mini golf experience in the universe, as determined by unofficial independent voting. Big Putts on South 27th Street in Greenfield is open 7 days a week. Plan your next night out, weekend, birthday party, company outing, or an afternoon delight of mini golf at Big Putts. After a round of golf, test your skill in the area's best arcade. Big Putts on South 27th Street in Greenfield and Big Putts on Facebook. I like Big Putts and I cannot lie.
Welcome back to Franklin Field for the top of the 7th inning for the 4th and final finale game at the PBR WIAA baseball shootout, or I don't want to say shootout. This is not basketball. Tournament showcase, I guess you could call it. 5-1's a score here. Kettle Marine leads. Number 17 is going on the. Is he? Oh, Braden Lee was going to continue to do his relief on the mound for the St. Thomas More Cavaliers after he got out of a pretty good jam in that 6th inning. But the story of this game has been the big pitching by Sam Scafito on Kettle Marine and Will Johnson relief pitching. Only giving up, both combined have gone 6 complete shutout innings, or not shutout, 1-run innings with 5 hits, only 1 earned run, and off of 1 hit, and 3 walks and 3 strikeouts. So It's been a really big defensive day for these Kettle Marine Lasers, and now we'll see Braden Olivo come out for a second inning of relief now. We head into the final inning of the night here. This has been a really great 2 nights of baseball, 2 days, I should say, of baseball, and a day and a half of PBR baseball to showcase Wisconsin's best baseball teams. And this has been no surprise to how good these matchups have been, as Kettle Marine is closing in on a big sweep in this PBR showcase. Big win. This would be a big win for James Wolbert and his team, but this one's just not over yet. We've seen crazier things in sports in all these games. So I'm not going to count on it just yet, but coming up post-game, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be going down to the field to interview the winning coach, along with our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game for our Nasonville Dairy post-game show. So the count is 1-2 now on Layson Fabishak, 2-2 now on him with no outs. Braden Olivo's job on the mound right now is just to keep the score where it is and hope that the bats and the discipline can show up for St. Thomas More in the bottom of the 7th. This one's fouled and hit to the third base side. Looked like a fan tried to catch that one with the Kettle Marine beanie on. So a Kettle Marine fan sitting on the St. Thomas More side. Interesting. So 2-2 count. Taking a little low and outside below for ball 3 of the full count now to Layson Fabishek, who is 0 for 3 on the night. Full count. A grounder to the second baseman, Gabe Schmidt, over to Brady Johnson at first, and will make the play for out number 1 to start the top of the 7th inning. Now coming up to bat for Kettle Marine is the first baseman, Reed Burns, who has made a couple big plays at first base off of those grounders that J.J. Wolbert has thrown to him, as well as Fabishak. Swing and a miss to start the at-bat for Reed Burns. Burns is 0 for 3 on the night with a strikeout. Looking to get on the hit column right here in the top of the 7th inning in the final inning. Big swing and a miss at the second when he's quickly down 0-2 with 2 swings of the bat. Missing. And Reed Burns will call timeout as he's down 0-2 to try to regather himself right now. Called strike 3 in the zone. At this point in the game, it's not too crucial for Kettle Marine, but a called strike 3, and that's the first strikeout thrown of the night for Braden Olivo. So now the catcher, Lincoln Asher, will come up to bat with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. And he'll take the first pitch in for strike 1. Second pitch nearly clipped him for ball 1. 1-1 pitch to Lincoln Asher has taken outside again for ball 2. 2-1 the count on the Lasers catcher. That one taken inside, just hit that bottom right corner again for strike 2, and now we're on a 2-2 count. Braden Olivo trying to get out of this one, a 3-up and 3-down inning to keep the score right where it is. He charges a fastball, just clips that left edge for strike 3. 3-up and 3-down for Braden Olivo. It's time to stretch once again here as we've head into the final 3 outs of the game. 3 more chances to go for St. Thomas More. You're watching baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Welcome you back to Franklin Field for the final 3 outs of the game as Kettle Marine leads 5-1 on St. Thomas More and has had a really good game pitching so far here. Stay tuned to our Nasonville Dairy post-game show coming up as I will be going down to interview the winning coach after our Nasonville post-game ad. And then I'll be interviewing the winning coach and winning player. As right now, if it stands, it will be Coach James Wolbert and maybe his son JJ as well, who's had a pretty good night at the plate. So 5-1 is the score, and the new pitcher coming in for the Lasers is right-hander number 12, Chase Stouty, on the mound to close the game for the Lasers to try to finish the PBR Showcase 2-0. Lasers got a pretty interesting schedule coming up next week. They got a big series in the Classic 8, 2 big series against 2 top 25 teams in PBR, starting with, is Muskego ranked? Yes. Now they are? Muskego. Oh, really? So Muskego is ranked, so they'll play them for a 2-game set Monday and Tuesday, and then Thursday and Friday they'll play Oconomowoc, who they're also ranked too, right? Yep. Yeah, so pretty busy week. Might have to ask Coach about that one if they win and get the post-game interview in, but it'll definitely be something that could potentially settle the conference for these Kettle Marine Lasers, as they got 4 big conference matchups against 2 of the top 4 teams in the conference. I don't know what's going on in the crowd, but they're chanting something to the player. They're chanting, "Let's go." So number 24, Karowitz, will lead off for St. Thomas More to start the bottom of the 7th inning, trying to rally. Bennett Karowitz takes the first pitch. Was it strike? Ball 1 as a big swing and a miss. Try to get a homer on that one on a power swing. So 1-1 count to Bennett Karowitz, who was taken over at catcher for the remainder of this game, as the second pitch is taken right downstairs for ball 2. Two-one count. This ball's hit high and deep to left field. That one's going to drop for a foul ball. That one had some carry to it, but Karowitz is going to have to try to do it over again as he's 0 for 2 tonight. And it's a 2-2 count now on Bennett. So the first pitch is taken in for ball 1 to Rudolph. That ball's taken downstairs. Oh, ball 4. Walked him on 4 pitches. I guess Karowitz is still at the plate. So the full count and a leadoff walk to start the bottom of the 7th. And that's just what you want to do to start some damage here for Kettle Marine or St. Thomas More. And now the new right fielder, Ethan Rudolph, comes in, the freshman, to bat right here as Asher throws one to Burns to check the lead on Karowitz. So the 1-0 pitch to Ethan Rudolph. Chase Stouty takes strike 1 looking, and now strike 2 down the plate now. So an 0-2 look on Ethan Rudolph, who's 0 for 1 with a walk tonight. A big double play could be needed right here for Kettle Marine to really settle in here. This one's bouncing fair to the third baseman. Fabershak, he's just going to go to 1, and they'll get the easy out right there for out number 1, as Bennett Karlowitz will advance to second base with 1 out gone by in the bottom of the second. The last 2 outs coming up for Thomas More now, as now the designated hitter will come up. It's Johnny Kendrinsky, who is 0 for 1 in the night with a strikeout, as this one's popped up and out to Rawson Avenue. And it's a really busy night around the Rock tonight here. We got games all around the Rock, some travel teams. The Umbrella Bar is probably open. Lux Golf really busy like always. I'd like to thank the Milwaukee Milkmen for having us out here again to come up in the press box to broadcast 3 games here at Franklin Field. We might be back here once again. We don't know yet. We don't know our schedule just yet next week, but we're aiming for Thursday and Saturday games for next weekend. Well, we stay tuned to MatPack WI Twitter for some updates on that, or even ZaleskiSports.com for some games, as that one's fouled out of play that time. So it's a 2-2 count now on Johnny Kendrinsky. Trying to drive in they got second base Karlowitz, as he grounds this one out to Wolbert. Wolbert going to field this one easily to Burns at first base to make the play. Runner advances to third. So 2 outs gone by here, and the last out will come down to Ethan Rinzo, the center fielder, as Bennett Karlowitz advances to third. So 2 outs and a guy on third in the bottom of the 7th. Kettle Marine 1 out away, as Lincoln Asher will just talk to Chase Stouty and say, 1 more out, let's get it, baby. Let's get this sweep and go home. This PBR sweep, I should say, not a sweep with Thomas More. So here we go. The potential final out right here. Big swing and a miss to start the at-bat for strike 1 on Ethan Rinzel. $15 pitches on the pitch count for Stouty, as that one's taken a little low for ball 1. We just hit the 2-hour mark of the game. Maybe a little later, right? Because this game started a little after 7:30. But this is definitely a quicker game we went through, as Thomas More, not a lot of hits to go by, as this pitch is taken just a little outside for ball 2. 2-1 the count on Ethan Rinzel, who's 0 for 2 on the night. Only 1 hit tonight for St. Thomas More, and if they lose this game right here, this is one to forget for them. They did beat Muskego as well, though, so strike 2 called right there, as now St. Thomas More down to their last strike. 2-2 count with 2 outs. Stouty looking to get the save here, up 5-1. Two-two pitch, taken just a little high for ball 3. So a full count with 2 outs and a guy on third. Would expect the heater right here for Ethan Rinzel to get him swinging hard on this one. Here we go. The full count with 2 outs. And that one's going to be lined to center field, and a fair ball, and that will score Bennett Karlowitz. And Thomas More gets the second hit of the game via an RBI single from Evan Rinzel, and it's now 5-2. And Thomas More just not going away yet. Trying to get this 2-out rally going now, with Braden Olivo up to the plate now here. 0 for 1 in the night with 2 walks. Honestly, a walk right here for him wouldn't even be too bad, as the first pitch is taken low for ball 1. His plate discipline has been amazing today, and he's made some pretty good plays in the field as well, at short and even pitching on the mound so far. He's done it all today. This one's taken on that left bottom corner for strike 1. Just caught the edge right there. So it's a 1-1 count on Braden Olivo with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Chase Stouty trying to get out of this still with the save. That one taken a little low and hits that bottom right corner now for strike 2. And once again, Thomas More down to their last strike. 1-2 count to Braden Olivo. 5-2 is the score. Kettle Marine leads on Thomas More with Ethan Rinzel at first. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And Kettle Marine defeats Thomas More in the final game of the PBR Showcase. And ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for our final game of the 4 games. I will be right back. We will be right back as I will go down to the field and interview James Wolbert and our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game. We'll be right back for the Nasonville Dairy postgame show right after these messages.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live right now for our Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Fresh cheese curds made daily at NasonvilleDairy.com. We're now joined by the victorious players and coach, James Wolbert. We're going to start off with you, Coach. Big win for you guys tonight here. You guys finished 2-0 in the PBR Showcase. What did you like from your guys against this really good St. Thomas More pitching team?
Man, they battled hard. I think the pitching staff did great. Sam Scafito was a little under the weather last night. He was able to come back today, threw very well. First inning was a little rough for him, but he figured it out, and he did a great job. Will Johnson came in second. Good job. He's had limited time this year on the mound, but he did great. And then our freshman came in there, Stouty, at the end, and nailed it down.
And lastly, what would you like to see next week? You guys got a pretty tough stretch in your conference. I heard you guys got Muskego next week to start, and then you guys got a Conomowoc for a 2-game series. What is it going to take for you guys to do that next weekend and get it done?
Just consistency. Playing great defense, great pitching. You know, we got a couple pitchers out, but it's an opportunity for some other guys to step up and get some experience on the varsity level. But yeah, Muskego, Conomowoc, very good programs. We're just going to have to, we are going to have to hit a little bit better. Offense is still a little not where we need it to be, but we're getting there. And the biggest thing is that we fight. You know, we don't give up till the end, just like we showed last night against Monona Grove. So I'm really excited to see where we go as the season progresses.
All right, thank you for your time, Coach. We're now joined by our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game, JJ Wolbert. JJ, 2 for 4 tonight, I think you were. You know, just talk to me on how you guys really got the job done against Thomas More tonight.
Yeah, so we know that their pitcher has a good mix. He can mix in a couple knuckleballs here and there, a good pitch. So
we kind of just wanted to have an approach up there, hit our pitches, get on the fastballs, and kind of try and do damage with that.
It's been a pretty fun weekend for you guys here, going 2-0, starting with that walk-off last night. I think Lincoln hit the walk-off against Monona Grove. What's just been the fun part of the weekend here, just to enjoy beating some pretty good teams in this showcase?
So we're kind of down a few arms here. Injuries are kind of affecting us early in the season, so we're just trying to find new ways to win. We're just trying to have fun with it. Go up there, relax. Kind of our approach is the same thing. Just be relaxed, have fun, and get the job done.
All right, so now for our highlight house play of the game. You're going to look up at the camera, and I'm going to count you down from 3, 2, 1, and then you're going to say your name, and then you're in the house. All right, ready?
Okay. I'm in the house?
Yeah, your name, and then you're in the house.
All right.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
JJ Wolbert, you're in the house.
All right, thank you. Hey, congratulations on the big wins this weekend.
Appreciate it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for tonight here. Franklin Field, Kettle Marine defeats St. Thomas More 5-2 in our fourth and final game finale from Franklin Field. Thank you guys for joining us all weekend long on Zaleski Sports. And we'll stay tuned to MatPack WI Twitter for some upcoming games for the upcoming weeks. And next week we'll try to get a game on Thursday and Saturday. But a very great 4 games this weekend that we had. And that's really all I got. So very great 4 games by the 4 teams. Congrats to Kettle Marine on the big win on Thomas More tonight. Elijah Vincelata signing off on Zaleski Sports.